Today we are having a discussion on HR SaaS platform. HR SaaS platforms are basically a critical differentiator for organizations. If we talk about its abbreviation, then it stands for Software as a Service, which means it is delivered online or through internet or through cloud, and there is no need to install software on employees' hard drives or on their systems and devices. If I talk about its basically key features, then it includes recruitment and onboarding tools, attendance and shift management, leave roster and its workflow, payroll processing with tax and statutory compliance, and last but not the least, performance appraisal. So I would rather say it's a unified and a centralized digital workspace, and it provides a one window solution. If I talk about its pros, then basically its pros includes it reduces manual work and repetitive tasks, and there are less chances of errors, and there is more accuracy, and for that fewer IT staff is required. Then it gives you agility. Agility or business agility means adaptability with the market needs and with the growing business needs, which means you need to seize new opportunities and you need to embrace disruptions. Then the third feature of HR SaaS platform is it is cost efficient, which means no infrastructure is required in terms of hardware, data center or physical servers, and no maintenance overhead is required. Gone are the days when you need the traditional on-premises system. It is basically a subscription-based model where you pay for the services you need. Then it is also beneficial for the organization because it reduces power bill, it reduces energy, it reduces the electricity bills. Then we have the next point, which is vendor upkeep. It means the cloud service provider is responsible to fix the bugs for database management and for security upgrades. Then it also provides automatic features, which means scalability. Scalability means as the workforce grows from 20 to 20,000 employees, it can integrate easily without any system changes. Then it is basically adopting the remote and hybrid model of work, which means you can work from anywhere, and matters like attendance, payroll, leave approvals, it can be done easily. It can be easily done. Then we have HR analytics and reporting, which means now the leaders can take decisions on the basis of data rather than relying on assumptions. Then we have paradigm shift, which means HR is evolving from administrative tasks to strategic role. Administrative task means people were involved in manually feeding attendance, manually doing payroll with different spreadsheets. So now that is all gone, and now you have a unified system, and you can rely more on a strategic role where talent management and talent development is rather a more crucial task, including employee engagement. Then it is basically a self-service portal, which means it is empowering the employees because they can feed their data, they can update their portals by themselves, they can place their request, they can track their performance, they can do goal setting. That is all done by the employee, so it's a user friendly portal. Then we have, it basically tracks the complete life cycle. For example, the time from when the employees enter the organization till the time employees exit the organization. Then it gives real time data, like whenever you want to access the data, you can review it and you can take decisions on it, and you can provide feedback to the employees. Then learning and development is also a crucial element because it can identify the skill deficiencies of the employees, it can suggest career planning, it can offer training programs, and it can do basically learning progress, and it can basically monitor the learning progress. So the next point is predictive workflow analytics, which means a shift is coming from reactive to a proactive approach, which means you can analyze the patterns in employees' performance, in employees' retention, in employees' basically behavior. You can anticipate the workforce trends, market trends. You can optimize your staffing, and you can identify the potential risk as well. So we can call it, it's basically a modern approach which is used to increase productivity, to ensure compliance with industry standards, and to effectively manage the talent. But there, on the flip side, there are some drawbacks attached to HR SaaS platform. Sometimes the managers excessively rely on the dashboards, and the human touch and the human factor is missing. So we need to see that these platforms can work as an advisory rather than judgmental. So this is one point. Secondary, security checks and security upgrades is also a very important matter, because employee data is a very confidential element, is a very confidential data, and all the confidential documents are there. So if any security breach is there, so it will be a mess for the entire organization. So the cloud service providers need to assure that the data will be kept secret, the data will be confidential, and there will be no leakage, there will be no breach of security, and the security checks should be very, very rigorous. So this was basically the understanding about the HR SaaS platform.